How's it going, everyone? This is Trixx from Smash, and this is kind of like, I don't know if you call it an urgent update or what. It's not necessarily game related, but it is related to any players out there that are playing with a pro controller. I advocate on this channel quite a bit how, at least in my opinion, I think that the pro controller is the best controller to use. It's definitely the best for Falco when it comes to recovering, not having any notches, having the extra buttons if you want to do B reverses or anything like that, setting your shoulder buttons to either jump and specials, just whatever, anything like that. But I've only had this controller for 2 months. I got this controller on the day that Smash Ultimate came out, and I'm having this horrendous stick drift. As you've been watching this video, you'll notice that the sensor is just slowly drifting downwards, and it's instant. It's not like it'll sit in the middle for a little bit and then it'll go down slowly. It doesn't matter what I do, it just wants to go straight down. And I'm trying to calibrate this, and I can't even. It won't even let me calibrate the controller at all to attempt to reset this. This is not a sensory issue though. This is because within the bottom of the controller, just based on the design, I don't know what it is, if it's just because of the way the plastic is on the control stick itself, but bits of plastic or dust from circle mashing with the left stick has fallen down inside the controller. And I guess it's sitting on top of a sensor. The sensor thinks that I'm holding down because there's something in the way. There's something there touching the sensor saying, I want to point downwards. And this actually happened to me during one of my sets in bracket, and I lost the set because my controller broke. This started happening during the game. I was hanging on the ledge, and it just made me drop ledge for no reason. And of course, as we know, if you drop ledge and re-grab, you have no invincibility. And this cost me the game because I got down smashed on the ledge and lost the game. That's not the big deal. The big deal is for me in Canada, this controller is worth $100. I've had it for 2 months. I don't care that I lost the game. I care that it cost me $100 to use a quote unquote pro controller, and it's already broken. That's absolutely mind blowing to me. So, unfortunately, I did some research, and I've seen a lot of these issues happening online with this controller. A lot of people have been saying, you know what, this same thing is happening to me only on the left stick. It's most people are having it drift downwards. I've heard some people say they're having it drift inwards, like to the right, but mostly everyone says it's drifting downwards. And because of that, I'm like, okay, well, if it broke in 2 months, and I've never dropped this controller, I never played with like sticky hands, like chips, popcorn, none of that stuff ever before. I take very good care of my stuff. If it's already happened before, then I don't want to buy another pro controller, spend another $100, and have it break in 2 months again, or maybe even less. Who knows? So I went out of my way and I bought a GameCube controller, and I got the adapter and all that stuff. At the end of the day, after on Amazon, it cost me about another $100, $120 with shipping and tax and all that stuff. And it's just annoying. It's infuriating that it costs so much money to have a product that potentially is going to just break and you don't know when. And if you're someone that competes, it's a huge deal because there's money on the line. You're trying to improve, and if you're losing because of your controller, you're not even getting outplayed, right? You're getting outplayed by your controller, and that's extremely infuriating. So I ended up getting the new controller, whatever, playing with it for a little bit. And I personally am someone that has played with a pro controller since the beginning of Wii U. So nearly 5 years at this point. So trying to adjust to a GameCube controller just seems ridiculous for me, especially since I don't want to play a GameCube controller. The reason why I thought a GameCube controller would be better is because I expect it to be good quality and not break. I don't prefer the design. I prefer the pro controller any day of the week. Just once again, my opinion, I think it's better. So after doing some research and figuring out some stuff online, I decided to just go for it and take my entire controller apart and see what there was inside. And every single time you look online and you see one of those videos that say, oh, you just take these screws out and then you just pull out your trusty soldering iron, I turn that video off right away because I'm not trying to break my controller by soldering some random stuff to it and just thinking that I know what I'm doing. I'm not a flipping doctor when it comes to fixing controllers. But what I figured out is I figured out a way to fix this controller without having to solder anything, without having to cut wires or cut springs or buy a crazy replacement from Japan that might or might not work. I just took it apart. I had this compressed air, cleaned out everything inside, and then I'm going to put a picture of what I did for the control sticks. What I did is I put like this little piece of red electrical tape around the, I guess, the neck of the control sticks, the part that would be rubbing around the outside edge of where the control stick is sitting. Because what happens is, like I said before, dust or plastic went down inside from mashing. So now when you mash, it's gonna be rubbing along that electrical tape instead of plastic on plastic, which is, in my opinion, I hope that this is going to keep it fixed for a very long time. At least I know for a fact that the controller itself did not break. It's not unfixable. You don't have to go out and spend another $100 on a controller. It should work just fine. But I thought I'd just put this information out there for anybody who might be struggling with their Pro controller and thinking, you know what? I don't want to go buy a brand new controller. I'm going to just start riding the wave of really cheap controllers, because why would I spend $100 if it's going to break when I could just spend $15 and get the same result and just keep on playing on crappy controllers? So hopefully if you try doing this, all I did was I took the whole thing apart. I took all the screws out. All you need was like one of those small screwdrivers. That's it. I took all the screws out. I took the head of the control stick off, sprayed some compressed air inside just to clean it up. Then I put the tape around the control sticks, both control sticks. I just cleaned up both of them just because I didn't want to have the same issue happening with the right stick. So yeah, clean them up, put the tape around the control sticks on the necks of the control sticks, and then just put everything back together, and it works perfectly. It's actually perfect once again. And it's unfortunate in my situation that I already went out and spent another $100+ on a new controller setup. But hopefully if you see, or you know what, even before it starts to happen to you, I highly suggest cleaning off your control sticks and putting on some sort of electrical tape, just something like that, just a thin piece of tape, so that you have tape or electrical tape rubbing on the outside of the control stick, and it will save you a massive headache, the headache that I had to go through. Because even if you look right now, you don't have any, I'm sure you don't have any tape on your control sticks already, but if you have been circle mashing in the past, just turn your control stick and look at the side of the, look at the neck of the control stick, as I was saying before, and you'll notice a white ring. That white ring is the plastic rubbing off, and that will go down inside your controller and potentially break it. So as quickly as you can, before you continue playing at all, go wipe that off. Like, use a very, very lightly damp cloth or tissue or something. A Q-tip would work as well. And then get a piece of tape, wrap it around there, and then hopefully forget about it. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. I just wanted to put the information out there, like I said before, just to hopefully inform you guys that I feel like this is just a design flaw by Nintendo, or I don't know if it's cheap plastic or what, because this does not happen with GameCube controllers, but this used to happen with the Wii U Pro controllers, and currently with these Switch Pro controllers. So I just want you guys to be informed that this is a possibility. Don't go out and spend your money on a brand new controller. You really don't need to. This is a very, very easy fix. I wish I had known, or trusted myself to at least try out before I went and spent the money. But hopefully I can save a couple of you guys on that. Or if you are already in the dilemma of where your controller is just drifting down, and you're trying to figure out a fix, hopefully you found this video before you went out and spent the money. But yeah, that's going to be it. This is Trixx from FIX NO SOLDERING. Once again, saying thanks for watching.